Good day everyone, my name is Prince William Prosper. I am here to tell a story which title is Gulliver and LilliPut. Story! Once upon a time, I was Gulliver. That's a bad profession. I was born in Nottinghamshire. I grew up there as well. When I was 40 years old, my father sent me to Emmanuel College, Cambridge to study medicine. During that time, I learned navigation as well. There was an apprenticeship under Mr. James Bates, a famous surgeon of London. On his recommendation, I was appointed a surgeon in a ship called Swallow after I had completed my education. During this time, I got the opportunity to travel to Europe and other places for quite some time. When I returned to London, I started practicing medicine and I also got married. Life went on smoothly until the death of Mr. Bates, who had supported me in my practice. After his death, my practice began to lose ground, so I decided to go on voyages to earn money. I worked as a surgeon in 2 ships and we sailed for 6 years. After this, I got a profitable offer from William Pritchard, captain of the ship Antelope, who was making a voyage to South Sea. In the beginning, the journey was prosperous, but one day the ship was caught in a terrible storm and was drowned. 6 of us managed to escape in a boat, but I do not know what became of the others. Soon, the boat overturned too. I struggled through the waves and reached France, where I lost my consciousness. When I woke up, it was afternoon. I tried to rise, but I couldn't move. I realized my arms, legs, and hair were strongly fastened to the ground. Just then, I felt something moving up my leg. In great difficulty, I tried to see what it was. There I saw a man barely 6 inches tall. He was followed by several of his kind. They all were carrying bows and arrows which were aimed at me. I was shocked and cried so loud that all the tiny creatures ran back in fright. However, they soon returned. I lay in great uneasiness till I broke some strings and pulled out some of the pegs. The next instant, hundreds of arrows pricked all over my body, so I thought it was better to lie still. A little later, a stage was erected, and a man of distinguished strength stood on it. He talked to me in a strange language. LilliPut was all that I could understand. As I was hungry, I gestured to them to give me food. They gave me barrels of wine and baskets full of food. Later, I learned the name of the strange kingdom was LilliPut. The next day, I told the emperor about the plan I had to devise and seize the Tusculian fleet, which lay at the harbor ready to sail. I will need strong cables to hold the ship. I told the emperor I was provided with 6 cables. I joined the 3 cables together to make them stronger and then fixed it to each cable. Thus, and I went towards the army fleet, which lay at the harbor of Blefuscu. When the Blefusculian fleet saw me coming towards the harbor, they were frightened at once. They left their ships and swam back to the shore. I fastened the hooks to each of the ships and started pulling them towards the LilliPutian shore. Just then, thousands of arrows rained on me. I quickly put on my spectacles to protect my eyes and continued to pull the fleets of ships. The enemy cried in horror and despair. Soon I reached the shore of LilliPut and said in a loud voice, "Long live the Emperor of LilliPut!" The Emperor and the entire court were extremely pleased with me. I was at once honored with the highest rank of title, Raja. However, the emperor of LilliPut was not satisfied. He wished that I should bring the remaining enemy ships along with their occupants to LilliPut as well. I will not bring the free and brave people of Blefusco into your slavery, your majesty, I said firmly. The emperor felt offended when I refused to fulfill his wish. A few days later, I realized that due to this incident made some of the ministers conspire against me. One day, some ambassadors of the Blefuscan king came to LilliPut with a peace treaty. They also met me before leaving and invited me to visit Blefusco. I decided to visit Blefusco once before I left for my country, so I requested the emperor of LilliPut to allow me to visit Blefusco. Alright, you may go, he replied coldly. One night, a minister of high rank came to meet me at the temple in secret. He informed me that I was convicted of treason and that I would be severely punished for all the favors that you have done to me. I thought that I should inform you about this unfortunate event. Do you think is right? Saying this, he left. I was sad and nervous at this sudden reversal of fortune. The next morning, I started towards Blefusco. Without any further waste of time, I waded through the shallow water and arrived at the royal port of Blefusco, where the Blefuscodians awaited my arrival. I was warmly received by the king of Blefusco. 3 days later after my arrival, I was walking along the coast when I saw an upturned boat in the sea. I managed to bring it to the harbor of Blefusco. I went to the king at once and requested, Your Majesty, please grant me permission to return to my native country. I have found a boat. He readily gave me his consent. I also kept sufficient food and drinks in the boat, which would help me survive a few days. When all the preparations are completed, I set sail for the harbor of Blefusco. By the next afternoon, to my great fortune, I saw an English ship. I signaled it and soon I was on board. How happy I was to be back in my beloved country. What joy I felt when I met my family after so long. But all this was short-lived. My desire to sail was awakened again after some time. So after securing my family's future, I went on board a merchant ship bound for India and had many new adventures. What have you learned from this story I have told? Yes, you.
You should not be sad or angry or put on the rest in your life because there will always be a new start of hope in everything.
And now, so on my new friends, and any answers you get from this new story, please put it in the comment section. Thank you. Bye.